Welcome to Dot Talk this week. Tuba Samurai on the air with you, and we've got some Goal Line Blitz news, FFA news, and a lot more to look at this week. And we're going to get to all that next. This is Tuba Samurai. You're listening in to Dot Talk. Get in on the action. Goal Line Blitz is a web-based American football MMORPG. They've written a custom football simulation engine to provide you with the ultimate football experience on the web. Do you love fantasy football? Ever wish you could play with the pros? Join other football fans from around the world in building the player and team of your dreams right here. That's GoalLineBlitz.com. Get in on the action. Welcome into Dot Talk this week. Tuba Samurai on with you, and we had a pretty big week in the world of Goal Line Blitz as Catch-22 announced the major changes coming in the off-season that he and Bort and a couple others came up with, namely changes to finances, implementing coaches, and making changes to training. And all of these are major, major changes, and the forums pretty much lit up for a couple of days. A lot of writing going on and a lot of people threatening to rage quit and a lot of people actually rage quitting. And I'm not just talking about guys who troll the forums. I mean people that's been playing the game for a couple of years have decided they're fed up with it. Mainly, I don't think they're just doing it because of the changes. I think a lot of the people who have decided to hang it up had a foot out the door already. I think a lot of them were just looking for an excuse to walk away from the game. And I don't think that necessarily speaks badly about them. We're all going to leave this game eventually. I don't foresee everybody being here forever. Maybe a few will try, but eventually you're going to put everything you can put into it. You're going to get everything you can get out of it, and a lot of us are going to walk away eventually. So that happened. We'll just have to see how the changes look. I think Catch has figured out that they need to have some sort of visual to put with the wall of text because it was just a little much to take in. So I'm sure next time Bort will try to have some sort of mock-up he can put out there to make it a little less confusing for everybody. In FFA news this week, LOL Drake tells us Viet Campo got banned and Sunshine Duck is no longer a mod. This really has nothing to do with FFA, but seems relevant since nothing really went on. In Goal Line Blitz news from Sharpie, he says Goal Line Blitz Radio was up and going with our first show this afternoon hosted by Catch-22, and that was actually on Saturday. We're glad to have Goal Line Blitz Radio back up and running. We'll run 4 shows weekly with a 5th show once in a while. Reward points will be given out as always. We have hosts such as C.T. Guyton and the Portland Files, Goal Line Blitz Hall of Fame show, mic'd up with Catch-22 on Wednesdays, which will be a call-in question-type show, and he got trolled incessantly on his first one. G-Man with the GLB Way of Life show, and Boomer82 with his Pro League World League show on Sundays. All of these can be found at the Goal Line Blitz Radio tab at the top of the toolbar in Goal Line Blitz. They're also still looking for promoters to join the staff. If you're interested, contact glbradioapps@gmail.com. Thanks for that, Sharpie. I appreciate that as always. Coming up, we've got a clip from Catch-22's first radio show, and we're going to play some of that for you when we come back from this break. You're listening in to Dot Talk. This is Tuba Samurai. Have you always watched football going, man, I wish I was the coach. I'd do things differently. Well, now you've got your chance with Goal Line Blitz. You can be the owner, the coach, whatever you want to be. Manage every aspect of a football game. Set ticket and concession prices. Improve your stadium. Sign, cut, and trade players. Get game-by-game strategy and play to win the league championship. You can watch your strategies played out in real time and pause the action at any point. Log on right now to GoalLineBlitz.com and be the man. And welcome back into Dot Talk. Tuba Samurai, I'm with you, and right now I got a clip from Catch-22's show on Goal Line Blitz Radio yesterday.
All right, kids, I got a question for you. I know you're doing, you recently announced you were doing some revisions. When you announce things like this, how much have you and Bort discussed as being like 100% this is happening? Or do you leave a little bit of leeway there so you can gauge reaction and get ideas?
Well, let's just put it this way. Basically what Gord and I did is we met in person, discussed the initial ideals. Then I put together a outline based on what we discussed, what the suggestions that we had coming in, going, ideals people had posted. Then Gord and I meet together and go over that outline. We then go and put that on the test server for 2 to 3 days and let them provide some input. Then we post it live. And while it's close to final at that point, it's always open for revision for a couple of days until we, people might have a valid concern or complaint. And, it's kind of what we did with this one. I try to say that we're taking a hard stance, but it doesn't mean we don't, like if there's 1,000 people bitching about something, we're going to look at that, obviously. And we're going to see, okay, well, maybe there's a different way we need to do this. And so that's kind of what we did with the financial system. Now, like after Sunday, I'm going to post the revised changes to the financial system. Then I will give Gord the final draft, and he will start coding based on those final drafts. So he hasn't started coding those yet because we wanted to get the user input.
Hi, Catch. I'm the scientist.
Hey, what's up, IT?
Hey, so I do have one question for you guys.
Okay.
As far as, I guess what I'm hearing is you're planning on putting together 3 separate leagues, so there'll be a casual, something like we kind of have right now, and then more of an advanced type league. Is that right?
Actually, there'll be 4 because there's going to be a super casual too.
Okay. As far as people who have teams currently, are they going to have the choice to move over to whichever league they want, or?
Yep, absolutely. And what we're going to do is once we do this, we'll give people the option to switch. It'll be a one-time thing, obviously. And when we do that, we're going to consolidate leagues. Get rid of extra leagues that aren't necessary anymore.
Okay, so you'll probably end up changing the pyramid structure then somewhat once.
Yeah, it'll change somewhat. It'll have to.
Okay, is this something that you guys would consider rolling out next season, or is this kind of down the road a ways?
It's going to kind of come in line with my intermediate tactics thing, where we're going to make the AI a little bit easier to use for people. Give people some preset playbooks, preset AIs that they can choose from. So if they don't want to spend the time doing 3 or 4 hours AI, they can just pick a run focused offensive AI and plug it in, and it'll run that AI for them. So it's going to kind of go in line with that.
And that was Catch 22 fielding questions on his show yesterday, which was on Saturday. That's going to do it for us on segment 1. You're in tune to Dot Talk. We'll have segment 2 coming up for you next.
Sorry for what I've done. I realize now you only wanted to have a little fun. I just can get those pictures out of my head. I realize now it meant so little to you, just a bit of a thrill knowing I had to love. I hope we can put this behind us. Can we just pretend that this never happened? Is that possible?